How are we doing, guys? Always to be Leeds versus Birmingham match preview of the game, the Centenary game. Massive game, massive occasion, and a fantastic occasion as well. It is a fantastic occasion. I can't wait till Saturday. Just the whole seeing the legends again. Seeing the people that have created so many memories for this football club, made this football club what it is. So many heroes, so many legends. I mean, today that event at Ellen Road. Filming this afterwards. You're just seeing all those legends that were there. Created so many memories for this football club, and this is a club which has got tons of legends. And look, this is a chance for this team, this current crop of players, to make history, make themselves legends. Marcelo Bielsa, make himself a legend. Look, he's a legend already, but I mean in terms of the grand scheme, the history of the club, making history. This is an opportunity for those players now in the Centenary season to deliver promotion. Look, I think I might have been harsh. My Millwall and Charlton reviews, I was harsh. Let's be honest, I was a bit over the top. I was emotional, I'll be honest, I was emotional. But guys, I apologise for that anyway. I do apologise, maybe I was a bit over the top on those occasions. But I've never felt this team's not good enough. This team is more than good enough. In terms of quality on the pitch, management, all the situations, a good combination of players. Got young players, experienced players, players at the peak, etc, etc. Everything's there for this club now. Everything's there for this club to move forward. It's now a case of making history. Embracing the opportunity. That's the big thing for me. I think sometimes with feared failure a little bit much. I think obviously last season, I think that did play a part. I think there was nerves towards the end of last season, and now it's just a case of, what, the worst happened last season. We missed out on promotion in heartbreaking style. It can't get any worse than that. It can't get any worse than that. There can't be any fear now for me. Personally looking at it, there can't be any fear. Of course, there's going to be little bits of nerves and that lot, but you've got to embrace the situation. A chance to make history. A chance in the Centenary game to kick-start the season. Look, it's been a good start to the season, but I think there's been opportunities this season to pull away, and it's been frustrating. I think performance-wise we've been there. I think we're doing a lot of the right things, making 95% of the games. Look at our expected goal, look at all the stats, how many chances we're creating the game, with the way we're controlling football matches, defensively. Ben White, Liam Cooper, Stuart Dallas all being absolutely superb at the back. We're doing a lot of the right things. All the fundamentals are there, the performance, the management, tactically, everything's there. It's just little bits and pieces. I think in terms of game management, I think since the Wigan game on Easter Monday, bit of a stat for you, we've led in 12 games in that time. We've only won 7 of them. We've been behind in 6 games since that Wigan game, I think it's either 6 or 8. It will come back to me. It was either 6 or 8 games we've been behind in since Wigan. We've not recovered the points in any of them, and that was a big strength of the team last season. In the first half of last season, probably the peak of the Bielsa reign so far, was that we were able to recover points, and when we went ahead, we sealed the game. We finished the game, or we showed really good game management. I think that's been the one slight weakness this season for me, and it's a bit frustrating that. I think it's more of a mentality thing, and that's maybe why I was a little bit frustrated after Millwall and Charlton. I didn't feel we looked like getting back into either game, but we have the quality to get back in games. We have the quality on the pitch. It's now just a case of embracing opportunity and having no fear. Just have no fear. That's the big thing for me. But in terms of the team I go for this Birmingham game, it's quite possible we might go 3 at the back. Birmingham would go 2 up top. Traditionally, Bielsa, 1 extra defender for the other team as strikers. We might see a 3 at the back system. But for me personally, I go with 4. I still stick with the 4-1-4-1. Again, a lot of the fundamentals are right. A lot of the fundamentals are right in terms of performance, chances we're creating. Defensively we look good. As I've said, we're controlling football matches. We're still doing a lot of the right things. There's no argument about that. We're doing a lot of the right things. It's just a slight little details. A little bit of luck as well. Luck plays a part too. You look at Millwall, the decision that went against us, a couple of penalty decisions we've not got, etc, etc. Everything balances itself out though. At the end of the season, everything balances itself out. But a big thing for me is mentality and the form of individual players. I want to see, I'm not going to list individuals, but that's something that we need to address. I think individuals do need to perform better. That's a big feeling. It's not a case of me saying they're not good enough. They are good enough. They've got to hit those levels now. They're more than good enough. They've got to hit those levels. That's the big thing for me. And maybe it didn't come across like that in Charlton and Millwall, after the reviews of those games. But anyway, guys, team I go for this game: 4-1-4-1. Kiko Kasir in goal. I go with Luke Ayler. Want Bill back in that team at right back. Berra and Ben White centre backs, and I go left back. I'm going to go Stuart Dallas. Again, it's an interesting one at left back. I'm going to go back onto that in a second. But anyway, holding midfield, Calvin Phillips. I'm going to go with Pablo on the right. Personally, I go Mateus Click and Tyler Roberts through the middle. And on the left hand side, I'm going to say Gianni Alioski. I'm going to come back to that in a minute as well. And then up front, it's a tough one. It is a really tough one because I think Patrick Bamford's performances have been excellent. I think consistently he's playing well, consistently he's holding up play, linking up play, and that's playing a massive part in what I've done so far this season. Yeah, it was a massive, massive boost to the team. You know, behind him, I don't think individuals are performing to their standards. They can do. They're in a little bit of a bad run of form. You know, difficult period form-wise for them. I think Patrick Bamford's making up for that in terms of his performances. Okay, he's missing chances. He hasn't scored for 6 games. On the other side, I'm thinking Eddie Nketiah has just come back off a hat-trick for England. He scored, obviously, in the other game as well. So yeah, there's an opportunity for Eddie Nketiah as well. You know, I think I definitely want to see more of Eddie Nketiah. I definitely want to see a bit more rotation between the 2 strikers. I definitely don't think either striker should be number 1. I think it should be rotating between the 2, depending on the game. You know, depending on the situation in the game. But yeah, it's a difficult one. That it is a really difficult one. It's not just a simple case of. I probably would go Nketiah purely because I'm really impressed with his link-up play and the other side of his game against Millwall. You know, I thought really saw that side of his game. You know, he has got that element to his game. I think it's a bit of a myth that all he is a finisher. Absolutely couldn't be anything further from the truth. He's a very technically gifted player as well. I think the big thing with Nketiah now is the fitness-wise. Can he adapt to playing Beelzebub for 90 minutes? You know, it's easy enough fitness-wise to come on for 20 minutes, pressing high at the pitch, making things happen, getting goals, but it's doing it for 90 minutes, having that intensity to press the centre-backs, does not allow them to step out. You know, it's a big ask. It is a big ask, but I'm liking to think now that Nketiah is playing for England. You know, I was watching him the other night, plenty of energy, pressing well, doing all the other bits and pieces well, scoring goals. I think it is an opportunity now to bring in Eddie Nketiah. But yeah, if Patrick Bamford starts, absolutely no problem with that as well. You know, I think Patrick Bamford is a tough one because I think another thought is, can we get both into the same team? But for me, I really want to see Tyler Oates in that 10 role. I really want to see Tyler Oates in that 10 role. For me, at this club, I don't think there's anyone better equipped in the squad to play that 10 role, you know, in terms of what Bielsa wants from his number 10. So he wants to come in deep, take on players, drop in alongside the number 8, Matthijs Klick or Adam Forshaw, you know, try and dictate things in the middle, just who can be a bit of an all-rounder. You know, we can have those lovely rotations in the midfield as well. I think Tyler Oates is that man for that job. Of course, once he's had Matthijs Klick come back deeper. But on the left-hand side, we've gone something a bit different. You know, of course, yeah, I've not always been a massively, you know, praising of Gianni Alioski, but for me, Gianni Alioski is one of our best finishers, easily one of our best finishers in front of goal. And I think when he plays on that left-hand side, we keep his game simple, when it's all about timing runs, helping his full-back out, you know, combinations, you know, just maybe not playing as a traditional winger, but just being an outlet out wide. You know, I think Alioski, if you keep his job simple, you know, because he's not a traditional winger, he's not someone who's going to be able to take on players. He hasn't got the technical ability to do that as such. But his other side of his game, getting into goal scoring positions, he's very, very good at. And I think with a team that's struggling to score goals at the minute, you need good finishers in this team. And for me, Gianni Alioski playing high up the pitch, I fancy him to get a goal in this kind of game. I really will fancy him to get a goal. Left back, I go Stuart Dallas, purely because Alioski can keep his width. Stuart Dallas can tuck in. I think I've been really impressed with Dallas's performances this season. You know, okay, it's been at right back, but left back as well. He finished last season really strongly at left back. I think he's more than good enough to play in that position. I just want to see a slight change in that left-hand side. You know, if defensively, Alioski, Harrison have done fine. You're very tenacious, work hard all game, plenty of energy. You know, and they don't let much happen on that left-hand side. But I think going forward, we're not looking great on the left-hand side at the minute. So I would change things up a little bit. But yeah, that's the team I'd go with anyway, guys. That would be the team I'd go with. I think Birmingham, you know, I think they're more of a footballing side than they were last year. You know, I think Ivan Zunjic, very impressive player in the midfield. Be a good battle between him and KP. Jude Bellingham, 16-year-old from the Birmingham Academy, good box-to-box midfielder, scored a couple of important goals for Birmingham so far, a couple of last-minute winners. And he's going to be a real handful as well. He's a good player, good technical player, can drive the ball from deep. He's got a shot on him. I think he's a really dangerous player for them potentially. And yeah, I think it's a tough one. It's a tough ask. You know, it's going to be a tough game, but I feel we've got the quality here. You know, just about having that belief, that mentality that when we go one up, we don't panic. We go for that second goal. We go back to the principles that got us to where we are. And that's not to say we haven't been playing well. We have been playing well. I just think the game management could be a little bit better. Can we be a little bit wiser? And I feel it comes with time. You know, I think it comes with time. I think there's still obviously a little bit of a hangover effect in terms of during games. You know, when we get to the sort of last 20, 15 minutes, you know, after that Birmingham experience, the Derby experience, the Wigan experience, you know, I think there is always going to be that little bit of doubt. It's just about getting past that now, getting past that hangover effect and embracing the situation, you know, and just making history really. That's the main. But guys, I'm going to leave it there anyway. Make sure you check out Conor's preview of the game as well, and all the videos we've been doing this week. Done plenty of different kinds of video, QSI links with Joe. Conor's done a quick video on Eddie Nketiah's situation at the football club. I did a quick video yesterday in terms of about the centenary celebration, you know, my personal experiences watching the football club. Make sure you check those out, guys. Anyway, see you later, guys.